What up, everybody? Tony China Deeds here, and I wanted to talk about something. Actually, I wanted to talk about haircuts. I went to this new place over by my house. I'm not going to say where, I'm not going to say what the name is. But I get in there, and one lady cuts my son's hair, and another lady cuts my hair. Now, the thing is the lady's cutting my hair was real simple. 3 on the top, 0 on the side, faded up. That's it. Can't get no easier than that. Now, this is supposed to be an upscale haircut place. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm gonna get a good haircut. So as I'm there, the lady that's doing my hair is like really big. I'm feeling uncomfortable because she's like, her stomach is so big when she comes in to cut my hair, she's putting her fat like on me, like I'm a table or something. Like she's resting it on my shoulder, she's resting it like on my arms as they're down in a chair, and it's just feeling real awkward, especially because she was kind of like perspirating. A little moisture was coming off. I hope it was sweat. But anyway, so she's cutting my hair, and she gets to the top, she does the sides, and she's getting ready to blend it, to fade it. And so she asked me, as a professional, at least that's what she claims to be, as a professional, she actually asked me, does this look blended to you? That's exactly how she said it. And I looked at it and I was like, no, actually it doesn't. This side is like way lower than this side. So anyways, after a couple times, she had to do it over and do it over, and it got to the point to where I was like, I didn't want her to touch my hair anymore. Between that and her fat just resting on me, I just felt awkward. So then the lady that's cutting my hair, or my son's hair, I'm thinking, okay, at least this lady's going to do a good job. Okay, he got the exact same haircut. Now all she has to do is look at my hair if she's having difficulty understanding how to cut my son's hair. So she does it, doesn't fade it almost at all, and then she cuts his hair and tries to put a line here. It gives him little Asian bangs. He looked like a little Asian boy. Like, it was ridiculous. But it wasn't even. It was all going down, going up. So I asked the lady a few times if she could even it out at least. And she said that she would. And it just kept making it worse. So finally I was like, you know what? I just got the hell out of there. I never am going back to that place. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous. But after a few times, I mean, it looks all right. I feel good about it. Not really, but it is what it is. Now, I wanted to jump into something that happened today. For people that know me, I sell a lot of stuff on Craigslist. Sometimes I buy things and resell it just to make extra money. In fact, we're actually starting a new business coming soon, clearancevine.com. I'm going to be getting a bunch of store return items, and I'm going to be selling that, so be prepared to check that out. Anyway, so I had some contacts for my eyes, about 6 boxes. So I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to post it on Craigslist. I didn't think it would sell, but guess what? Somebody called me, because I don't want to wear contacts anymore because it irritates my eyes and I hate that feeling. So I go and I post the ad, and somebody calls me today and she's like, oh, I want to come down there, I want to buy it. I was like, cool. So she comes down here, and let me remind you guys, I just moved to a brand new place in Mountain's Edge, a little upscale, a little more richy suburban area. So anyways, the lady pulls up and doesn't get into my driveway, and my neighbor's outside watching her kids sitting in a chair. So the lady calls me up on the phone and she's like, hey, you know, I really don't feel like getting out of my car. She's a little further down the street. I'm like, okay. So I walk with these contacts. As I'm walking over there, I'm like, oh my God, this is looking like a freaking drug deal. I'm like, oh my God, what is this lady going to think? What is she going to tell the neighbors? So I'm walking down, and in my head, I'm like, you know what, I got to make this real obvious. So I have the contact boxes in my hand, I'm swinging, I'm saying hello to the neighbor. I walk over to the car, and I'm like, this still looks bad. And the lady's looking at me, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is still looking like a drug deal. So what I do is, in my head, I'm like, you know what? I gotta make this real apparent to my neighbor. So I'm over here, lady's sitting in the car, I'm holding the box. I was like, okay, so these contacts, I'm like yelling it. These contacts are 6 boxes like promised. This one that I opened is only missing 1. So I'm being loud as possible, and all my neighbor sees, I'm hoping she hears me, because she's like messing with her kids too. All the neighbor sees is me handing something into a car, and then her handing me cash back out. So I'm like, oh man, this still isn't looking good. So I got the cash in my hand, I'm walking back to my driveway, and the neighbors just stared at me. I'm like, what's up? I don't know what else to do, so I'm waiting for the police to show up or something. I hope she doesn't think that it was a drug deal. I mean, have you guys been in a situation where somebody thought it was something other than what was going on? I don't know. If you have, go ahead and post it down below. Peace out. China out.